keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Good day. Welcome to your news at noon on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. The majority of ExxonMobil Corporation's shareholders yesterday voted against two motions that called for a better understanding of oil spill risks and related litigation from the Stabroek Block operations. According to a Reuters report, shareholders overwhelmingly rejected the two proposals brought by separate groups. The first shareholder proposal was filed by Mercy Investment Services, Inc. The group sought to understand the impacts of a worst-case oil spill scenario on Guyana and 12 other Caribbean territories that could be affected from an unmitigated oil spill at the Liza Phase 1 project. The second proposal was filed by Anna Marie Lyles of Jefferson Road, Princeton, New Jersey, the beneficial owner of 60 shares for at least 3 years. Her proposal sought the support of shareholders to request an actuarial assessment, omitting confidential information and prepared at a reasonable cost of the potential cumulative risk to ExxonMobil from current environment-related litigation against the company and its affiliates. Attorney-at-law Sanjeev Dattadin told the appellate court yesterday that the Environmental Protection Agency issued an order to ExxonMobil Guyana requiring the provision of an unlimited parent and/or affiliate company guarantee for oil spills in the Stabroek Block on May 9th, as expressly stated by the order issued in the ruling by Justice Sandil Kisoon. And the Guyana Court of Appeal is one step closer to determining whether a stay would be granted in relation to the High Court order issued for the EPA to direct ESSO to provide a parent company guarantee or financial assurance to safeguard Guyana in the event of a spill. Appeal Court Justice Rishi Prasad on Wednesday heard arguments in relation to the order to suspend Exxon's permit to operate in the Stabroek Block if it does not provide Guyana with the guarantee. After listening to the arguments, Justice Prasad told the parties that he will provide a ruling on the issue of the suspension order before next Wednesday. If Guyana does not secure unlimited liability coverage for ExxonMobil's oil operations in the Stabroek Block, then it leaves itself at risk of being set back to the Ice Age in the event of an oil spill. This was one of the key arguments presented yesterday by Senior Counsel Sina Jairam before Appellate Court Judge Justice Rishi Prasad. Jairam noted that it would not cost the EPA a cent to issue a notice to ESSO for the parent guarantee to be provided. The EPA's lawyer, Sanjeev Dattadin, told the court that it was issued. Jairam challenged this, noting that no supporting evidence was provided to the court. Jairam also noted that no parent guarantee, and particularly not even the $2 billion parent guarantee that was recently negotiated between the EPA and ESSO, has been provided to Guyana. Jairam said this still leaves ESSO in breach of the permit, which was renewed in 2022. He was keen to know that in any event, $2 billion is an inadequate sum. Jairam said accidents on the high seas cost billions upon billions. A $2 billion parent guarantee would be a drop in the ocean. And moving on, scores of Hillfoot Soosdijk Highway residents on Wednesday night blocked the Soosdijk Highway with burning debris after their homes were bulldozed by authorities. The demolition reportedly took place just after midday. Residents alleged that they were assaulted by police ranks and dragged out of their homes during the demolition exercise. Others claim that police fired shots to scare them away and had them running for cover, leaving them and their young children traumatized. Videos were seen of persons screaming as police ran to pull them out of their homes while the excavator prepared to knock the wooden structures to the ground with its boom. There were also videos of policemen using force to restrain some of the residents as they tried to stop the destruction of their homes. The ranks, however, appeared as if they were trying to get the residents out of the harm's way as the excavator operator swung the boom without concern for the human lives still inside the wooden structures. Nevertheless, the residents maintained that some of them were brutally assaulted by the police in the process. And just before we head to a short break, let's tell you a man and his wife had their home at Soosdijk Junction, East Bank Demerara, invaded by thieves on Monday night amidst preparation for their young son's birthday celebration. The family had saved up cash and had already begun purchasing items for the party when the thieves struck and almost left their child without a birthday. The father, Daniel Dukram, said that the thieves waited until they decided to secure their premises around 20 hours 30 that evening. The following morning, he got up very early to start the new day, but when he applied for his cell phone, it was missing. His wife called it, but strangely it was off. Dukram began looking for his phone until he noticed that the doors he had secured before going to bed was opened. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. In the meantime, you're listening to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. This is your news at noon. We'll return shortly after the break.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back. With approximately 30% of works already completed, the new Criminal Investigation Department headquarters building is currently being reconstructed to the tune of $198 million. 10 contractors had applied for the Ministry of Home Affairs project when it was opened for tender. At that opening, it was revealed that $225 million is estimated to reconstruct the headquarters. The move to reconstruct the headquarters is to properly house the operations of the unit, given that the old building had reportedly been in a dilapidated state for some time. And news coming out of Geneva, mutually reinforcing crises, including rising debt levels, are disproportionately affecting developing countries, worsening the global employment divide between high-income and low-income countries, and widening existing inequalities exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. This is according to a new report by the International Labour Organization, or ILO. While global unemployment in 2023 is expected to fall below pre-pandemic levels to 129 million, corresponding to a global unemployment rate of 5.3%, estimates show that low-income countries remain far behind in the recovery process. Beyond unemployment rates, a new indicator developed by the ILO, the job gaps, offers a more comprehensive measurement of the unmet demand for employment, especially in developing countries. And the distribution of the Because We Care per child for the year 2023 will commence on June 5th, Minister of Education Priya Manikchand announced yesterday. The minister mentioned that this year each child would be given a cash grant of $40,000. She noted that this year more than 214,000 children are eligible to receive the grant. Minister Manik Chand went on to explain that the grant is for children attending both public and private schools. A child is eligible for the grant having been registered at their respective school. And that is time to close things off by being a little blunt by turning the pages of today's Kaieteur newspaper to page 7. The time for the opposition. Will there ever be the right time for the opposition? Based on its record, we don't think so. Now is the time to get up and get. But the opposition is still talking about the right time. The oil will come and end. It will find the opposition still talking about the right time. God help us. And on that note, we end today's News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's Newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.